What's up everybody, and welcome to my very first PvP Dark Souls video. I've been wanting to get this video out for quite a while, but never really found good time to do it, but finally it's out. And this is my very first PvP video over the Claymore and the Great Scythe. You know, I really want to make a little series with this, maybe call it experiments. Like, as for example, the Great Scythe and Claymore experiment for PvPing, because I really like to switch weapons up and test them out against other players to see what kind of strength or how will I be able to fight them or able to hold them off in this match. So that's what I kind of want to call this video. That's the only thing I can think of right now, but I'll probably think of something else later. But so yeah, this is my very first PvP video, and I really wanted to get into PvP and start posting videos about it. I mean, honestly, right now, I am not a good player. I mean, I'm probably just decent or below average, because there are many good players out there that can destroy me. I mean, you might be looking at these clips now thinking, oh, this guy, he might be good or he might suck or whatever, but I'm still like a player trying to get better. Every good player, or at least player, loses. And I'm just not that good, because people beat me all the time and I cry about it. But I still move on and train more, hopefully to get better. And hopefully by maybe a couple more videos in the future, I start learning my lessons a little bit more and be able to think a little bit more. And here's the thing though, I really know how to like move around and fight. It's just when the guys attack me, I cannot parry with crap. Especially if I'm too scared to parry. I'm too scared to, because if I parry, some guy can hit me, I can get staggered and stunned, and that'll probably be the end for me. And I really want to avoid it. Now backstabbing, that's a little bit of a different story, because backstabbing is just like while the kid's just like standing there or about to attack, all you can do is just run up and backstab them with no problem at all. But with parrying is a little bit more risky on my part, and I really want to do it, and I really want to find the right time just to strike that player down. But see, as right here, I just had to go for that backstab. Backstabbing, I'm only good with, and I usually do not backstab that much. I mean, when players are kind of ticking me off, I'll try to, maybe, but usually I try to avoid it as much as possible, because I like fights without backstabbing. Or at least, that's in my opinion, I do. Alright, so this is my build right now. This is a 40-40 quality, strength, dexterity, and 48 endurance. And I don't like it. I mean, it's great, but it's just, I'm really not feeling it with this class. I kind of want to cut off the strength and move towards endurance, so I can be able to carry a little bit more stuff and have a little bit more armor for my defenses. So that's what I'm usually planning on doing. Now, what made me decide? I remember when I first did PvP, I was the noob that would hold a shield, a boulder-sized shield, right in front of my face, and just wait for the kid to attack me. And also I was in I had a faith build too. It was a real cheesy faith build. Like I was a Dark Moon, I think +3. I would usually buff it out, put my shield on, wait for the guy to attack, and then I would just try to strike as fast as possible, hopefully staggering them, and then kill them. Oh, you can see this kid totally demolished me. I just had to show that. And I was like, ooh, good one. But I was just like that kid sitting there slashing my sword everywhere, and sometimes, mostly, it worked. I was the R1 spammer, or at least what people call it, and most of the time it worked for me, especially with gankers, because I would just go in there, start spamming my R1 button, and be like, haha, take that, gankers, I defeated you. But then one day, a guy, and here's what I usually do. When someone invades my world and they killed me, I think they're really good players, and I try to look up their names on YouTube. So this guy invaded my world, and he had the Life Hunt, I want to say Life Hunt Scythe. And I was, of course, using my buff and my Baldur's Side shield. And this guy, he was able to beat me up, kill me, and pretty much rape me with this scythe. And I was like, who is this guy? So then I decided to give him a chance, look him up on YouTube, and apparently he was pretty good with Dark Souls and really knew how to PvP, and he does like weapon showcases. So then I decided, you know what, this guy is good, and then I started watching some of his videos. Then his videos introduced other PvP players, so then I started watching those videos as well, and those videos are like each one has their own unique style, own unique battle style. Like there's this guy that can do weapon switches, knows how to likes to experiment with weapons as well, and likes to mix things up. And there's this one guy that is really good with faith and dexterity and knows how to freaking strike and parry at the exact time. And I'm like, wow, these guys are professional. They're good. I really want to learn. So then I decided to actually make a new character, which is this guy right here, and make more of a quality build instead of a noobish kind of build, I guess. But so that's when I really wanted to get in Dark Souls PvP. And I would usually when I usually do PvP battles, I would watch these guys, and I would think to myself, okay, I really want to be better at this. So I would watch them, watch how they play, and then see like if I can do it the same as I can do kind of the same moveset as well. And it worked, kind of. Like, especially when I do this right here, when I don't lock onto him anymore and do my swings, that actually worked. I mean, it didn't work on this guy, but it actually works on players. And I learned that. I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. And I learned most different ways during PvP, most move sets. I kind of got rid of the R1 spamming, faith build kind of deal, which is nothing wrong with buffing out your weapons. It's just that I have no problem at all. Usually when I invade people and I see them like buff out their weapons, I usually take that as a challenge. I usually like to see if I can actually beat the kid and hopefully maybe master him. But like I said, I'm planning on not doing that, or at least kind to avoid that. Oh, and also in this video, you'll see me change some styles up. Like I'm trying to change my costume, or at least the way I wear, because maybe I'm trying to do some experiments with the costume. So yeah, I mean, I have nothing wrong with buff builds at all. I mean, like I said, it's a challenge. It's actually a challenge for most people, and stuff like that. But of course, sometimes R1 spamming can get kind of annoying, especially when they stagger you. But I honestly do not mind it. But the thing I do mind, though, and this is kind of a big weakness for me in PvP, is magic. Magic is my kryptonite. It seriously is my weakness. Like, okay, this fight right here. Now, this guy is a magic user. I mean, he mixed some things up. He didn't R1 spam me with, like, a crystal. But, yeah, he had the Moonlight Greatsword. He's actually a pretty good player. But, like, I'm talking about just magic spammers personally when they, like, put up their dark orbs and have their crystal orbs and then using their, crystal magic. I usually don't do magic in Dark Souls. I usually try to stay away from that. But usually, like, the R1 spamming and stuff like that really rapes me. Like, I try to fight these guys, and I just lose every time. I don't even know how that got me. That was actually pretty interesting. I think one just shot out fast, and boom, I'm dead. So yeah, magic people, there's something. I try different ways to take them down. Mostly you have to, when they usually do your magic attacks, you have to roll at an exact good time, and hopefully you'll be able to, like, dodge their attack. But sometimes that can be kind of hard because their magic attacks does so much damage, and it's just like, crap. So that's why also I really don't like this build at all. At least the way I'm making it. I'm probably gonna. That's why I was probably doing different costume changes just for like magic players and stuff. And I am planning on working on a different build. I think for like I don't even remember, but it was like it had a low fire defense, low lightning defense, and decent magic of defense, or at least I guess it's good. I don't know, but and. I mean, like I said, magic. I don't mind buff players. I don't mind people, buffing out their weapons and going all at it towards you. I don't completely mind that. It's just the magic spammers that could be kind of a challenge when all they do is just spam that R1 button. And mostly, about 80% of the time, I do not win those battles. No, sir, I do not. But, yep, and that's pretty much it. I pretty much don't want to say. I'm usually a live commentator. I like live commentating videos. This is actually a post commentary, pre-commentary. So I'm pretty much talking over this video that I edited out. So that's why I'm really not used to, you know, be more professional about this. But anyways, I don't know if I explained this or not, but like I said, I think the Claymore and I think the Claymore and the Great Scythe. I couldn't think of it for a minute. The Great Scythe is a good weapon combination. Like I said, I just like experimenting with it, seeing if it's good. For the Claymore, I really like how it can stagger people, and I usually use it for like close combat. As you guys can see in this video, I kind of go charge at my opponents with the Claymore and use it against them. And this guy, he's kind of reading my moves here. And for like, usually what I do with people with the Claymore is I damage them completely, like I damage them a lot. And usually when they're about low on health, that's why I whip out the Great Scythe and finish them off, because it has more of a lengthy build, and kind of hoping I would kind of get the surprise attack on them, because they're probably used to me seeing the Claymore. Oh yeah, and here's another magic guy right here. And this is actually probably my last fight of the day, at least of the video. Yeah, it's coming pretty close to it. So yeah, that's why I like using this weapon combination. This is a video that I'm experimenting over. This is over the weapons I chose. I mean, pretty good. I really am used to them. Claymore is good against with staggering and close combat. Great Scythe is good with length, and it has, I think it's a great PvP weapon. They're both great PvP weapons. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll come out with more. See ya.